I think diversity is really about empowering the differences that individuals bring to us in a way that makes them feel whole, not a half part of society. And I think that Weber stands in a good position to be able to make people whole and make people humane.
Without Forrest Crawford, Weber State wouldn't be the same. And I think his perspective is unique because he was a student here. So he remembers what it was like to be a student on this campus. He knows what it was like to need services and resources and support. And so he brings to us something we otherwise wouldn't have had here at Weber.
I think the Weber State University is extremely fortunate to have had Forrest Crawford for the last 3 decades. Because of his energy and his vision and his involvement, Weber State is a place that is much more respectful and inclusive than it would have been without him.
You know, he just thinks about all the things he can do to help make a difference. And it's never really about Forrest, it's about seeing needs and addressing those needs and really being focused on making a difference at the institution. And I think that's what drives Forrest.
So being the first assistant to the president presented a formidable a challenge for me, because part of what I had to concern myself with is that now how do I start shaping and articulating these issues in a way that's palatable for the university.
Forrest has been a person who you could always count on, who just stayed with the course, and he never let you down in any way, shape, or form. I'd also say, of course, Forrest is a very engaging, personable guy. He really knows how to remember people's names. He is very sharp about watching and understanding people and how they have insights and needs of their own. He's very sensitive to all of those issues. And I would say that those are qualities that came together in one single individual.
Not just the Ogden community, but also the Salt Lake community. He kind of just links northern Utah, and I'm sure southern Utah, to Weber State, and gives the community, like people in the community see Dr. Crawford and they associate his work with Weber State, and that makes them feel like, you know, Weber State cares about us because Dr. Crawford cares about us, and Dr. Crawford is here at our events. And so he's a great face for Weber State, and it's going to be a face that's going to be dearly missed when he moves on.
He's the original energy bunny. I was going to mention that he probably belongs to more committees and boards than you can shake a stick at. And in all of them, he served well. And he served not only as a member, but also as a leader in it.
Diversity and the diversity initiative really becomes part of this link in the chain of a lot of other pressing issues of the university.
You know, he would work tirelessly to see and to ensure that the dreams and stuff that he had, not only for himself, but for people of color in particular, but then for the whole educational scenarios that might have an opportunity to enhance their own positions and go on to do other and better. You see Forrest, you know that he's going somewhere. So if you want to go somewhere, let's get ready, get Forrest and get going.
He is sort of the face of diversity for this campus, and it has taken a long time for Weber State to grow in that diversity, and we still have a lot of room to still grow, but I think without Forrest in that position, we would not be where we are.
Because he does a really nice job of being able to have a dialogue that engenders trust and the willingness to hear him out. And so I think because of that, Forrest has been able to do more for diversity in our very white, very homogeneous state than a whole lot of folks have been able to do because of those really important traits.
helped me see that a lot of these so-called diversities aren't really that diverse. You know, we all have the same problems. We all need health, we all need education, we all need family, we all need, you know, regardless of color, regardless of philosophies, life philosophies, you know, those kinds of things.
Well, I believe that he gets his drive from the push of his parents, that his parents suggested to him that he needed to do better and could do better. And because of that extra push, along with his own personal commitment to seeing the best for this community as for the world. And so I believe that's where his energy is generated from, as he sees the needs and then he finds a way to try to help find a solution.
But my particular involvement, at least the first phase of it, was to say, how do we create a proper culture and climate of access that allows the community at large to feel like that they are less marginalized in their relationship with the university?
I think Forrest is one of those people who recognizes that where you're coming from isn't as important as where you're going to. And he has accomplished amazing things for this university and for his own career. He's really been forward-looking in where he's gone and has benefited tremendously for him.
Because his commitment to excellence, his commitment to his determination to excel in whatever it is that he wanted to excel in, whether it's on the football field, he used to play for Weber State, or in a classroom, academically. He's a type of person, he saw something, he had an idea, he had a vision. He is definitely a visionary. He had a vision, and that vision became a reality through determination and his commitment.
I first met Dr. Crawford when he came here as an athlete, playing football for Weber State. And one of the tremendous things about him, he is not a statuesque man, but he has the heart of a lion. I remember many times him being on the football field and going up against guys twice his size with courage and determination to win. And that has been his module for his life. I knew him as Forrest Crawford, the undergraduate student. He's still that same person with a PhD.
I just want to express my heartfelt love and appreciation to you, Forrest, Dr. Forrest Crawford, in all that you have done and continue to do for the peoples of the state of Utah, and for all of us who have had that special connection, and just express my, again, love for you and for what you have done.
That part of what I've always wanted to do is to say, are you leaving this position in a way that allows individuals to really have more to say about it? Because I never saw it as a concluding story, so to speak. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and I'm just glad that I just had this little piece in it. I told Adrian, once I get out of this position, I'm changing my phone number, so told her not to call me.